President-elect Trump's choice to head the Environmental Protection Agency is putting climate change back in the headlines this morning. If you're watching us with your first cup of coffee, take note. A warming planet could make that drink harder to find. Mark Phillips traveled to Mount Elgon in Uganda for his Climate Diaries series. He joins us now from London. Mark, good morning.
Good morning. Well, the nomination of a climate change skeptic to run the EPA may have renewed old arguments in Washington, but I've just come back from a place where there is no argument. The facts are clear. They affect people there and anybody, anywhere, who starts their day with a hot brown beverage. To many, it's the other dark liquid that powers the world, coffee. But because of the damage being done to the planet by the primary dark liquid, oil, along with other fossil fuels, coffee is in trouble, and so are the farmers who grow it. Is this a good harvest year or not so good?
It is not so good.
Up here in the mountains of eastern Uganda, coffee is the most important thing they grow.
The whole family.
Anthony and Vincent Kabala's family have been growing it on their farm, about 4,000 feet up the slopes of Mount Elgon, for generations. Lately, though, they've been having problems they've never had before. It turns out coffee is as fussy as the people who drink it. It likes the right altitude, the right temperature, and the right amounts of rain and sunshine in the right order. It's the Goldilocks of crops that likes things just right. Not enough rain, too much sunshine, bad fruit.
Yes, too much sunshine produces bad fruits.
And this year, too much sunshine?
Yes.
How much? Another farmer, another farm, another problem. This fine white powder is produced by the stem borer beetle, which drills into the plant. And this ruins the plant, it looks like.
It completely ruins the plant.
Right. And Sam Massa says the warming weather has brought pests and disease that used to live down in the valleys up the hillsides.
10 years back, it was not here.
10 years, and in the past 10 years, you've been invaded by
Yeah,
this.
it has invaded us here. Most of the farms have been destroyed completely, totally by this stem borer.
Crop yields have been dropping and prices are up by as much as 30% in some areas since last year. More than just the consumer's morning pick-me-up is threatened, the farmers are caffeine dependent for another reason. From picking the berries, to processing them, to drying and sorting the beans, and getting them to market, this is a family business where every member of the family contributes, and where the cash from selling the coffee provides the only income to pay for schools for the kids and for medical care. Coffee production supports an estimated 120 million of some of the world's poorest people. There's actually an imbalance in the coffee world. The retail is controlled by the big brands, the big distributors, but the production comes from little family, almost vegetable-sized patch farms like this. If production fails here, the big boys can go somewhere else. These people can't go anywhere. The latest estimates warn that climate change may mean as much as half of the land now used for coffee production around the world may no longer be suitable for it by the middle of this century. For the people who consume coffee, it's about a drink. For the people who produce it and depend on it, it's about life. Coffee production isn't just being affected in Africa. The same things are happening in Central and South America and in the new coffee boom areas of Southeast Asia. And one more thing that may be the cruelest cut, the type of coffee hit worst is the best kind, the Arabica bean. It's the most coveted and the most at risk. Nora?
Great reporting, and kudos to Mark Phillips and your team and CBS News for continuing this climate series. Great job.